in the absence of Alexander Barkov. Forsling delays, fires off the body, and goes wide of Greaves. Then pumped to the net. Greaves shuts it down and smothers it. Igor Zamula letting that one go, and it's knocked down before it got to Tarasov. Matthew Tkachuk taps it forward for Sam Bennett, Conn Smythe Trophy winner last year. Tkachuk over Samoskevich, a one-timer. Save made, Jet Greaves. Jackets with the game's first power play chance, trying to get this power play going on home ice. 31st at home, they're 9th on the road. Huge disparity. Provorov fires, stopped by Tarasov. A flex to Marchenko, banked it neatly to Fantilli, right in front of the net, stopped, just missing the rebound is Coyle in front. They are tied for 7th of the league in penalty kill percentage. Provorov in, he fires, fought off by Tarasov. Marchment working hard along the boards, second, third effort, finally stripped of the puck by Sandis Vilmanis, who is breaking up ice and trying to get to this Karen. He's sold it aggressively by Fantilli. Got 47 seconds to go. The Blue Jacket power play chance. Flying in is Marchenko. Marchenko for Monahan. Short-handed goals in the last 2 games. Provorov shooting, score! It is a power play goal. Provorov from the blue line.
And he gets his puck to speed, and here it is. The speed is Marchenko. Great entry. That's a key part to this power play, but also keep an eye in front. The big man Voronkov, all alone, taking away the eyes of fellow countryman Danil Tarasov. And there's a little deflection out high. You can see right there. That's Kulikov. Just a natural reaction to try to knock that puck down, and it goes off the shaft of his stick.
On the board battle, kicks back to Christensen, now to get Branson, snaps one on goal, Tarasov makes the save, big rebound right there. Coyle, wrist shot, save made, Tarasov loves it down. And it's a puck retrieval for Ivan Provorov. Provorov here with Zamula. Off the scramble, Mikkola cutting the net, fires that one, it stays out. Matthew Tkachuk resets for Florida, in flight is Bennett. Bennett over the line, swings it right side. Wristed to the net by Samoskevich, stopped by Greaves. One of the best goal scorers in the NHL over the last 3 years. Miles Wood trying to get it to Voronkov. He finds it now. Tips one on net, stopped by Tarasov. Lundestrom is the puck carrier. End of his shift. Skips that in off of Tarasov. Pursued by Olivier, but worked over by the Panthers to Marchand. Confronted by Jenner. Matthew Tkachuk to the line for Ekblad. Got Bennett to his left. Gonna fire one that was tipped and stop made by Jet Greaves.
The Tkachuk, good Branson. Not allowing any passes to the middle, but pressuring up ice, and then, of course, Jet Greaves with a couple key saves.
It's an interesting time. I've never had great success during the season. I thought this year maybe with the Olympic break it might give us a better opportunity. Oh, great play there. You know, every year that we've been in the playoffs, we've always tried to do a little bit just to try to give the reinforcements for the players that have done that all year. And this year, maybe a little bigger. I'm looking if we can pull something off that really would help our team.
Bigger. Bigger in size or a bigger impact?
Do I think if I'm asking for a first-round pick for this guy, I'm crazy? You know, that type of thing. And that's something I've always enjoyed. You know, if I can help guys out, certainly. A lot of them he's actually coached in different places,
right.
So it's a great resource to have, that's for sure. So no, Rick's been great to work with for sure.
Yeah, that's got to be a good asset for you.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Just knowing the league as well as he does, and those intimate interactions with players.
Yes, yeah.
The operations with us, and in that sequence, there was a lot going on here, Steve. That's a crossbar right above the ear. You can see what Greaves gives up. He plays the percentages. Tries to shrug his helmet into that, but you can see the pause on him. Yeah, Bill Zito's made some great moves. He doesn't sit quietly. He knows what his team needs, and he's added some key pieces here and kept.
And there are teams that you never thought would be sellers.
Exactly.
Including the team that's here in the building tonight.
Yeah.
And Toronto. Wrist shot, scores! Zamula let it go! The Jackets take a 2-0 lead. Looks like Matthew Olivier.
He's got a great role in this third line, and you watch him closely. He turns back to the front of the net. He does a great job of pushing off, and then he sails a little bit towards the puck. As he's coming out towards the puck, he's able to get a piece of that and put it past his former teammate, Daniil Tarasov. Great job by Mathieu Olivier. Actually off his glove.
Mason Marchment steps, speeds it. Off the foot of Ekblad, corralled by Provorov. He's everywhere tonight. Marchenko's shooting, that goes high and is out of play.
Who we've seen play one-on-one, but he slipped that puck to Provorov. And that's why Provorov's below the goal line there. Excellent support by him. You were just praising him. Speed, and that puts pressure on the defensive zone. And there you can see Daniil Tarasov, who's 6'6".
Christensen off on the cross check, breaking up ice. Sean Monahan. It's going to land for him. Monahan a chance in on goal. Denied by Tarasov.
The Blue Jackets' way. Charlie Coyle here is going to see Monahan breaking it. Perfect loft. A little backspin, and then Monahan tries to drag Tarasov one way, and then watch as he flips it back the other. But Tarasov stays right with it. Oh, that puck is just rolling as well, and there's that little flip.
Sillinger looking for some daylight, knocked up stride by Mikkola. Keeps going, got a chance. Flyers kicked out by Tarasov. Back away. Great to have you with us, everybody. Game 2 of this 4-game homestand. Racing in, Coyle got a chance. Shut down by Tarasov.
I think Charlie Coyle surprises people with his speed. He's a big man coming down the ice. He's got a powerful stride. Look at that. Good reach one way. Protects the puck and puts himself on the forehand. Right here. He puts himself on the forehand, gets that separation.
Without Zach Werenski and Dante Fabro. Werenski missing his 3rd consecutive game due to illness. And as Jody said, no Mason Marchment after he was shaken up in the 2nd. Johnson put it out in front, and Monahan is denied.
You know who's been quiet here for the Florida Panthers?
Jenner scores! Boone Jenner beats Tarasov, and it's 3-0 Jackets.
Look at all the white jerseys focused on the puck, and who is in a quiet area? That's Boone Jenner. A little pocket there. And all the defensemen, those defenders are all watching Kent Johnson, who just sets the trap, takes the hit.
Scooped up by Tkachuk. He'll chip it forward for Bennett. Here they are shorthanded. Bennett closing in. Pass across Fantilli sliding, blocks the pass, and it's covered up by Jet Greaves.
Good job keeping the puck in just moments before that, but here come the Panthers looking to score a goal in any situation. Fantilli back checks, get that stick in there, and then there's Jet Greaves with the glove. Look at this effort. Second effort to get back. It's so easy on the power play just to wait to go to offense, but no, Adam Fantilli.
Blue Jackets are trying to improve to 6-1-0 this season without Zach Werenski, and you hear that, you think, how is that possible? But there is a simplicity that they seem to play with when he's been out of the lineup. We've talked about it, right, Jody? Oh, the shot by Ekblad from the line, and then look, it was redirected in. Mikkola. And the Panthers are not going to go away. It's a 3-1 score.
That's a team that's got championship pedigree, and that's Mikkola's a defenseman. He's a big man, but now he's down in front right here. That's a very, very good deflection by him. Must be something he works on. Hand-eye coordination to knock that down and then pull it away from Greaves' pad. So they're on the board here, looking for more. But you're right. And Zamula and other players in bigger roles. And this is the last game before the deadline, so.
Sam Bennett, Aaron Ekblad, fires, knocked down Tkachuk in tight, couldn't bury it, another scramble, they whack away, kept out by Greaves. Bennett shooting, that was blocked, and a stop was made, and now off the glass by Reinhart. Jackets with the force field up, some saves from Greaves and his teammates. 30 seconds gone by in the power play chance for Florida. They dump and chase. 2 players cancel out. Fire down low for Marchand. Tkachuk. There goes Tarasov to the bench. Extra attacker stepping on for Florida. Bennett shoots and scores. Sam Bennett on the power play. And with 5:16 to go in the third, it's a 1-goal game.
And they're playing with a lot more purpose here. They like the puck on the wall. They rim that in. They're good at puck battles, and then they go to work here. Confident passing. And Bennett's going to get it right here. You can see Branson's out in that shot lane. Marchand is right on the top of Jet Greaves. And Greaves tries to get his body in front of this one, but let's see what he sees. He's got a peek to the right of
Good speed on the entry. Here's Samoskevich right through the top of the crease. 8-2 low, Serene in check. Samoskevich taps one over to Kulikov. Feed over, drive, score, and the Panthers have tied the game.
Blue Jackets going to
the coach's challenge determined whether there was goaltender interference prior to the goal.
There's the contact. But Jet just spins out of it. I think it's just, he's got nowhere to go. He's trying to go around the backside to see if he can make this save. Clearly in the blue paint, but here's the...
After coach's challenge video review, it was determined that there was goaltender interference.
Quick drive off of Marchand. Jumps on it, beats it to Tkachuk, shooting. That skips wide of Greaves. Activating will be Reinhart. Reinhart challenged by Provorov. An intercept by Coyle to Olivier. Scampers his way out. Charlie Coyle over to Olivier. Looking, hanging on. He's in. He scores. Matthew Olivier. Second of the night. It's 4-2.
Well, different vibe in here now as it looked like the Florida Panthers had tied it up, but no, it was goaltender interference. And then Matthew Olivier gets his second of the night here.